real quick in the mic.
Check.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. Throw one of these in there.
Back in the motherfuckers too.
Your grind kind of heavy, bro. What's
Listen, bro.
what make you go so hard, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Probably get it from my mom's, honestly. My mom is like, she's just a very, very passionate, driven woman. She,
shout out to my Dukes.
Oh yeah, she from Chicago, but she moved up here and literally just made a name for herself in a place that's not, wasn't her home. And she's impacted so many different segments of the city, and watching her work growing up, like, drove me to be like, all right, if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to put my energy into something, it's got to be all of my energy, everything that I can give to it. I don't need to necessarily be the greatest in the world, but if I give 110%, I might end up there.
Okay, so it was just you and moms. Brothers.
My parents, they split when I was 9, 10, around there. But my pops is amazing. He stayed, active as he could, and they kind of split the time between each other. But from him, from her, I learned the passion. I learned the culture, a lot of just the energy. But from my dad, it's more like the building blocks of what it takes to be a man, what it takes to be, a man of your word, somebody that shows up, somebody that's able to, solve problems, things like that. Like, I got that from my dad. And so
A lot of people ain't got that shit, bro. I swear.
Man, and I'm super duper grateful, because even, my mom's ended up remarrying, and I was able to get, a second father figure, somebody who could speak to things that my dad couldn't, just because different cultures. Mm-hmm. But I kind of got the best of both worlds. And so, like, I'm super duper grateful, thank God, because it definitely helped to mold me growing up, for sure.
You sound kind of similar to me. My parents, they was born in Chicago, moved here when I was young. And it's a little opposite. I grew up with my dad, and then my mom was always like traveling stuff. Amazing mom. And I go to her for advice most of the time now. But I grew up with my dad, so I don't know how to cook. But he definitely taught me, manly values, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of that, the motherly things, like, I'm not saying only women cook and stuff, but a lot of those things I didn't really, have a lot of help with. My dad was more so, you're just a man, bro. He's kind of just make sure I'm tough, make sure I'm always outside. I'm learning things. He's heavy on music. Yeah. So that's where I got my gift in music.
What's crazy, my dad, he don't have a musical bone in his body, or like a creative, like he's the type to work on cars and go just
good with his hands type shit.
Exactly, yeah. But this man loves music with every ounce of his being. And so growing up, this man had CDs stacked to, as high
like my
as
dad.
I can remember, and literally had a stereo in the basement. I used to just go down there and just listen for hours, whether it was, Jay-Z Black Album, it was NERD, it was, all of the burnt CDs from the barbershop, it was rock, and like he had just every type of
he was versatile like that?
Yeah, he was listening to everything. And then so I got a lot of that from him, and just the love for music was like, my dad put me on a Kendrick.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
He was tapped in.
This man found Kendrick, and I want to say this is like right after Good Kid, Mad City came out.
Okay.
And he literally fell in love with that album so much that he put me and my brother on. Like, he was like, oh, y'all got to listen to this. And so we would listen to it. It's like, first of all, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, my God. I swear to God.
But then, like, honestly, like, he's got this truck. That CD has been the same CD in his truck for, 15 years at this point, 14 years. Like
He only got one CD.
One CD. He got other CDs, of course, but that CD stays in his truck because he loves that album so much. And so like when I look at like just dedication to music and just the love of music, that's he got that for real.
You sound like my dad, dog.
I'm telling you.
Dog, shout out to Pops, first of all.
I swear to God.
I ain't gonna hold you. So my dad, I want to talk about myself as well.
Sure.
My dad, he the same way, but he's like a hoarder for music and cassette tapes, all this old stuff that we don't even use no more. But he was for R&B music. So I got this R&B like love in me. I didn't grow up listening to rap. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like at an early age, I had to get onto that myself. When like Kanye and Wayne and stuff, when they was start coming around. But he was R&B. I'm talking about old school, like, Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, all them. And he'd be in the car feeling it, like singing to himself. And I'm looking at him weird, like, bro, he's really into this shit, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy because like, okay, so I got my R&B from my mom's more. Like R&B and gospel. That's like the two that like really came from her. And so like she literally would load me up with everything as far as R&B. And I'm like you, like I'm if I'm going about my day, honestly, most of the time I'm listening to more R&B. I'm not listening to the bars and the this and that, but I do love it because my dad he loved it, and like he was the dude that had all the EPMDs, the NWAs, the all of that. But he has this like love for Southern music, love for Outkast. He used to wake us up to Outkast, to Kanye, to Lupe. Like that's why I care about rap and like the art form so much, because that's what I was digesting when I was young.
Because of Pops.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they come from a different era too. Like you gotta think about it, like when music was damn near just starting and shit. Like I ain't gonna say just starting, but like early hip hop, they didn't see all of this up until now. So they got a different understanding.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, right? So like I think music and just art in general is so tied to time and like when you got it. So like that's why I think we look at 2016 like it was so crazy, because at that time we was young, we was just starting to get outside, and this is what our background sound was, and it was going crazy. It was Kanye, it was Travis Scott, it was Young Thug, it was Lil Uzi, it was going crazy. But for them, that was the NWAs, the the 90s. That was so
it was a new
important.
wave. Yeah.
And so I it took, when you growing up, you like, why am I listening to Nas? Why am I listening to this, that? Right. But when you get older, you go back and you're like, oh, these are just as important as the ones that I gravitated towards.
Exactly, and we got a different appreciation for them, because I honestly feel like the music, the old school R&B that my dad's listened to, is the best music I ever heard in my life. Man. Even though I have my favorites and stuff now that I listen to, like, I'm a real big Drake fan, I'm a real big J. Cole, Kendrick, all them, and that's our era. But I can't even compare them to the Marvin Gaye. So I can't.
I was just about to say that Marvin Gaye is one of, like, if not my favorite. He's
my favorite.
Top 3. Like,
he's my favorite singer all time. I don't care.
All time, bro. Like
different soul.
The only person I could put in that same stratosphere is like Stevie.
That's my dad's favorite singer.
Yeah, but like one, we'll never get to that point again, because like that was session musicians. That was people really in there crafting songs. What Motown did needs to be studied for the next 1,000 years, because they had every single artist. What Sly and the Family Stone was doing, they was going insane, and they was actually playing that shit. Like they was writing it, they was playing it, they was doing all of that. And so it's different now because everything's in the box. You got your producer, you got everything in the computer, but that don't give you the real, you know, the mess ups, the this, the that. That's what made it so good.
I was gonna say it's good and bad to how it is now, because we tailor it better. We got more access. We got auto-tune and stuff, but think about it, they just was raw talent,
exactly,
bro. Like they just
But then also, you know, the evolution of where we was able to take music and start sampling and start like that's why I think rap is also so important, because like we really took the entire lineage of music and was able to repurpose it. And no other generation can really say that. They was doing covers of songs, they was doing remaking songs and stuff like that, but they wasn't doing what Kanye did on I Wonder, on Champion. Like, these are the songs that like you really can enjoy the original just as much as you enjoy the remake. Like,
and you just make it into something even more epic. Like, that's crazy. Like,
now, I do think the we done swung a little too far, and now everybody's doing.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen like that. Everybody need a piece of that shit.
Man,
And
I
they're not
didn't
gonna-
need to hear Cardi on Imaginary Players, but it's
shit.
not bad. Like, it's just, I think it's overdone to a certain point now. I think that sampling of like the early 2000s, that was just it was more creative, and that was probably because it wasn't as easy to do. Like, if you wanted to chop up some music, you really had to go in there and listen and chop a certain part. Now it can like auto chop, and you can, you know, do everything on the computer. It makes it a little less creative.
A little less organic, and I mean, yeah, like you said, it's just easy to get oversaturated with a lot of stuff, bro. And that's just gonna happen with anything. Anytime people admire stuff, they're gonna try to get their hands into it. They get into the wrong hands, and we appreciate when it was done originally a lot of times. And I feel like that's just how I look at it. Like, I'm just gonna go back and listen to how it was done the right way. You know, bullshit. So,
Do you think it's the right way though?
okay, I like that question. When it comes to creativity, you're right. It's not a right way, but how you, like you were saying though, how it can be.
I think it becomes like the formula, and I think that's when it gets messed up, because it's almost like a iPhone coming out every year. It's like, you know they ain't finna add, and it's gonna be 2% better.
It's another
like,
2K,
not,
bro. It's
exactly
2K from last year. I'm not finna buy another 2K, bro.
Like, it's just clockwork. Like, you know this is gonna work on radio, on stream, whatever, and so it's like, oh, let's just give this artist this song from this person. It's like, man, what Kendrick did with Luther, with
SZA? Oh yeah, it's timeless.
Like, that kind of stuff. But then you actually had to go and talk to Luther's family and be like, hey, can we use this? Because they don't let everybody use their music. And then even on the Grammys, it was like, there was a rule, oh, you can't cuss on this. Like, that creative constraint is so powerful, because it's like, yeah, I could just rip the song and do whatever, but it's not going.
Yeah, just treat it like it's nothing type shit.
It's not a part of the lineage, the family tree.
And I think that's how I feel like when I say the right way. Like, yeah, you can just pick a beat and just, like you said, sample it or something, and just do anything to it. But then you ain't really looking at the essence or the history of the song or what it was originally about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like just respecting the song first and then going on it, I think it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, that comes from, again, how we grew up versus how some other people grew up. Some other people didn't have that appreciation, that respect for the past, and that's cool. Like, you don't, like, that whole era of like Yachty and them saying, oh no, I don't listen to that Biggie, I don't listen to that Pac. Like, cool, but if you did, bro, like, there's something back. Like, I literally grew up looking at albums as history books.
Yeah.
It was a time,
you're a student of the game,
a marker for that year, for that era, for everything that was going on. And that's how I was able to go back in the past and like experience it. And it's different than being outside, but like, that was super important.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with you, bro, because you're a student of the game just like me, bro. Like, we appreciate this shit so much, because I'm sure when you heard Good Kid, Mad City, you didn't just go forward. You probably went back and listened to Kendrick old shit too. Did you listen to Section 80 and all that?
For sure.
That was the coldest shit.
So like, my dad put me on to that album, but like, once I went back and listened to Section 80, it was like, oh,
like, what the fuck?
This man's built different.
Yes,
but even it made me respect. It gave me so much more respect for Dre. And what the West Coast just sound like. My pops love the South. I always love West Coast music just because of the musicality of it. Like Kendrick does more of like the jazzy, more like raw instrumental sounds, but
Yeah, I know
like
what you're saying.
the bass heavy, kind of just laid back bop to West Coast music, it always resonated with me. And so hearing Good Kid, Mad City was like, okay, it was kind of an awakening to that sound. And then I was able to kind of go dive back in. I was able to go listen to an E40. I was able to go find J Rock, go find Absol, like all of these people that like, I don't know, it just opened the doors for it.
Speaking of Absol, I don't want to talk too much about everybody else, but I thought he was gonna be. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be like the best rapper alive.
No, and the beautiful thing about it is, I think that he still is in that conversation.
Yeah.
The best rapper alive is never gonna get the most publicity. And so it's like what Kendrick did is he synthesized that, but then he also got the pop side. He also got, he like Thanos. He got all the fucking power stones.
Yeah, he literally can do it all, bro. You can't touch this nigga.
As far as just the rap stone, just the writing ability, just like Absol is different. I think even Kendrick would say that. Like that man he's undefeated on that mic, bro.
Yeah, he brings that like it's like the black hippie. You feel that when you hear black hippie. You think Absol like on some underground shit.
Schoolboy Q, because like I don't think Q gets enough credit for.
Oh hell yeah!
When he started, bro, he wasn't even a rapper. This nigga was a drug dealing ass nigga.
Right, you can tell nigga street,
bro. Like, but after all them years and being around all of them, that rubbed off on him, and like his last album is amazing. His last few albums have been amazing.
Yeah, bro.
And it's almost even more so like. The difference between like a Jeezy and a Jay-Z is like Jeezy don't necessarily have the deepest rap content, but you feel it.
Yeah, you gonna feel that shit.
Exactly. And then with Schoolboy Q, it's like, nigga, he got so comfortable, he didn't even have to keep up the street facade. Like it's still there, but like that black hippiness is in there too. It's like he's more having fun with Mac Miller and these, like that's what we saw. And it was cool that you could do both. Like,
yeah, just seeing that like that. Cause we always wanted somebody, cause you'll have your super lyrical, you have your people that can do the party music, but when you can do both equally and make it, that's why you consider Kendrick Thanos or Schoolboy, like he can hop in them different pockets, bro. So, I feel what you're saying. Let me make a little segue.
For sure.
Let me see. Where's I finna go with this? Just another organic question, man. What's heavy on your mind this year? Like, you got anything? Like, it ain't gotta be a resolution, but just like something maybe you trying to accomplish. What's been on your mind?
Yeah, I don't really. I try not to do resolutions because like, I don't think that every year I'm finna just be a different person. But continuing. Like, I do try and pick, like, a word for the year. And so last year it was discipline. Like, last year I really wanted to lock in on being consistent, whether that's, in the gym, whether that's creating, just sticking to something, seeing something through to it being finished.
Facts.
And so that was last year. This year is more so being uncomfortable. And so trying to keep myself in places where I'm uncomfortable because I know that it's just my mind. Like, it's just my head, a fear, whatever it is.
We
like,
be overthinking all the time. I hate that shit, dog.
And then the other one is, like, I don't want to self-negotiate. Like, I don't want to tell myself I'm going to do something or, like, have a plan and then overthink it and end up not doing it.
Talk yourself out of it and shit.
Exactly, yeah. So those two things, because I kind of do got the routines and the consistency down. If I can put those together, I think I'll be good.
Do you feel like you've been getting the year just started, but you feel like you've been getting them opportunities where you feel like, all right, I need to step outside my comfort zone, or is this like one of the first ones? Like,
nah, I'm gonna be in a fashion show at the end of this month. And a lot of these things, bro, are just uncomfortable just because, like, again, I'm used to being behind the camera. I'm used to being behind the scenes. Like, I love doing the music, but I get just as much enjoyment out of performing as I do producing for somebody, as I do, shooting a music video or shooting pictures for people. Like, I do get the same amount of pleasure out of that. And so, like, I don't know. All of it is uncomfortable, but it's cool. Like, this is cool. The fashion show is gonna be cool. It's like I'm trying not to.
It's part of growth, man.
Yeah,
You know? And I think that deep down. That's why you like, what, this year I'm gonna just try not to say no as much. Probably that's what you're thinking, like.
Yeah, and I've done that before where I was like, years ago, where I was just like, I'm gonna say yes to everything, and that can be draining. Everything. Right, that can be draining, and so it's got to be smart no's. If it is a no, it's got to be, at least thought about, or what they say, like, if it's not a hell yeah, then it's a no. And so it's like actually being able to determine like what's gonna be okay and what's gonna be good as far as like just getting over that fear, getting over that hump, versus I probably shouldn't do that.
And it's all about just knowing who you are and thinking about what's in alignment of who you are. Like,
yeah, and a big part of it too is talking to God. Like,
yes, sir.
Having that conversation with God, just being like, all right, if this is for me, let it be for me. If
you
it's
said
not,
it. I was just gonna ask you that too. Like, do you pray? Before you make decisions?
Yeah, I'm not called. I don't go by Saintrebtw for no reason. Like, I grew up in that church, and
my dog. That's what I'm talking about,
man. I couldn't do it without him, and I get a lot of that from my mom as well. But like, it's not for play, and I'm not a super. I will say I'm not a super religious person. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, but I take my relationship with God real personal. Like,
that's what it's about.
I don't want to do it for the look or for whatever. It's like, I really do this. I really need that conversation with him in the morning. I really need to come to him with my questions, because I don't have the answers, and most people around don't necessarily have the answers. They have biases. They have whatever they going on in their life. They don't necessarily have the answer. They have opinions, and so go talk to him.
Got to, bro. See, I love that, bro. And we're gonna get into spiritual stuff. I got some more questions for you though. Let me see. Let me ask you this. What were you going through when you first started making music?
Sorry, y'all. Don't smoke. What was the question?
What were you going through when you first started making music?
Ooh. It was just love, bro. It was just like, so I probably started writing just random in my notebook, just wanting to thinking I was Kanye or whatever, or Lupe. I was probably like 8 years old.
Who was your favorite back then? Like, cause you said Kanye and Lupe. Like, did you have a favorite rapper that you like kind of wanted to be like? We all got the influence. Like,
yeah, see, probably I would say Kanye, just because at that time I wanted to be a producer as much as I wanted to be a rapper. Like, I just saw what he did and was like, okay, you can do it all. You can do multiple things, and that was dope.
Game changing, bro.
Yeah. But as far as just like pure rapping ability, bro, there's nobody still that I think can mess with early Lupe Fiasco.
Oh yeah, Lupe's
even
ridiculous.
Now Lupe Fiasco, but like, just putting words together, that man is...
No, he's really ridiculous. Like, you gotta listen to it again,
bruh,
and be like, okay, wait,
what? No, you gotta listen to it 100 more times, and you still gonna catch some. Like, Drake literally said, it's surprising that to see a nigga made it after Lupe. Like, and that is 100% real, because in 2008, 2009, besides Lil Wayne, like, you thought Lupe was gonna take it and run.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what I hate about music, is that it's also industry.
Yeah, you gotta appeal to appeal.
You gotta play the game. So like, that's where I started. And then when I got to high school, I kind of played the game, played the system. So like, my mom had sent me to this like white people rich kind of school, right?
Right.
And that's where she wanted me to go, and I was able to like talk her into getting.
Are you mixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever. I was able to talk her into getting me a MacBook at that time. This is freshman year. I was able to talk to her into getting me a MacBook because everybody else had MacBooks, right, at the school. And so I was like, I need one. She finally got me one. Ended up like doing terrible at that school so that I could get out of it because like I didn't fit in. I didn't really like it. I needed some culture. Like I needed somebody that looked like me around. And so then I ended up going to if you from Milwaukee, Tulsa West. But there I met a bunch of people that are still, in my life to this day. Somebody came up to me one day and was like, "Can you make music on that?" And I didn't have, I think, GarageBand comes with it. And so I had GarageBand at first. The school where I went to first, they had taught, like, some of the kids I met had taught me how to, like, torrent and illegally download whatever.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, I can find it. I can figure out how to do it. Downloaded Logic for the free ski.
Yeah, I got it for free too.
Listen,
Hold on.
I pay for it now. I paid for it since then, but oh, you good.
All right, continue, bro. If you remember.
But yeah, so somebody at the school was basically like, "Can you record on that?" I figured out how to download Logic, and then literally, I want to say the first time I recorded somebody was literally outside of my house. Like, my dad had like a little patio set up, whatever, and he wasn't home, so I was like, I ain't want to have no random people in this house. So I literally recorded niggas outside, and it was on a little tiny mic, and we held it in our hand, and we made it work. And so that, like, oh my God, after I realized I could do that, bro, I might have made 150 songs that summer. Like, I fell in love. And so from then, I ended up, falling in love with photography, but I still did music and like just tried to learn as much as I could. So I also, do audio engineering, but I produce. I ended up learning, how to play piano, a little guitar, a little bit, and like just tried to stay as consistent as possible. And so, Yeah.
So you mix and master your music too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the whole setup. And I was finna say the same thing. Like, I started out doing music from school, but I developed a passion for mixing and mastering too. Because I'm just like, for me, I just got tired of paying for studio time.
Man, it was crazy. Is like up until a few years ago, I didn't even care to be in a studio. Like that was the dope thing about being in high school. Like my pops didn't live far from the school, and so like he would let just about anybody come over, and we would just go in the basement. Once I finally got a mic and all my other stuff set up, we would just go in the basement and record for hours. Like everybody that wanted to do some music ended up doing it at my crib, and so it was dope. Like it was just a bunch of stuff being made, and that's what I love to be around, just creative ass people.
Yeah, bro, just let people just get it out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just like,
yeah, and I learned so many things just through the reps of doing that, yeah, it was dope. We got on Hot New Hip Hop when we was in high school on the blog. I thought that was the biggest day, biggest day ever.
No, that's cool.
Little stuff like that, like, was like confirmation from the universe. It was like, all right, keep doing this thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's always gonna be something I do, whether it's a career or not. It's just I love making music.
And that's what it was for me. Like when I was younger, just like I said, my dad listening to music and them car rides for me. Like, cause we used to go from here to Chicago. We used to go back every week to go to church. Cause they love that church so much. Yeah, I know. Every week we go back to Chicago. And he don't care. My dad is a maniac when it comes to driving. He'll drive 10 hours. He don't need nobody else he don't need no stops. He just keep going. I'm like, anyway, but listening to music and I'm hearing these songs that just like touching my soul, and I'm just like looking out the window. I just remember that feeling I get, like, dang, they really singing their heart out or whatever it is. These beats is just, what I'm saying, breathtaking or whatever. So when I started making music, that joy just came back, that same feeling. I'm like, dang, I can do this, what I'm saying, for myself. Like I can make people feel how them artists made me feel.
Yeah.
So I relate to that just as far as just like that passion you felt when you start just having fun with it, bro.
Yeah,
that's how it started, bro. You having fun, you just like
I wouldn't think
all your friends over, you ain't thinking about no money, you ain't thinking about
that.
really even making it really. You just like, dog, this shit.
Literally.
This is what I need to be doing. And I feel like that's how anything should start. Especially something you love, you know what I'm saying? So let me see some. You remember the first song you made? Or the first, okay, how about this? The first song you made that made you think like, oh, I might really be good at this shit. Like, oh, I can really, like, I'm the one. Like, I feel like I had that moment. I don't know about you. Like,
so
not to over ego yourself, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, and I think that I have this like built-in, I don't want to say insecurity, but like where it's just like I want it to be so good that it drove me to like work. And it was just like at some point I'm gonna lift my head up and I'm gonna be fire. But I never really looked at a certain one and was like, this the one, this gonna go. But then there was ones that like bro, first song, not that I made, but first song that my brother made. My little brother, he like 4 years younger than me. He came in one day when I had my friend over, and he was like, I just want to record something. I found a beat. He was like, cool. We recorded. He put a verse on it. I put a verse on it. My friend did the hook. That song probably got 130,000 plays on SoundCloud. No promotion. My brother don't even do music. But like moments like that was like, oh.
what do you think it was?
He was a skater, and it would kind of fit. Like it was so real to what it was. Literally just what he does. Like, and he kind of. I think he got some talent that he don't even realize that he got. Like it's just built in. Like he picked it up way quicker than I did.
Yeah.
And I think that was dope. But like I literally just think it was word of mouth. It was SoundCloud at that time. It probably came out in like 2018. But like literally, if you go to the comments, it's people like, I've been listening to this since I was in high school, since I was in middle school, and this is still one of my favorite songs. And it's like, bro, what?
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. It's probably that moment you had, like, damn, we really could do this. Probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
You know, and from then, like, I didn't opened up for Farside, for Conway, Mavi, and moments like that was like huge for me at the time. But then also like, again, that confirmation from the universe is like, okay, these opportunities ain't on accident. Yeah. And so I don't know. I try not to get that ego around the music because I know that once I put it out there, it's not even mine no more. Honestly, like a lot of the songs, once they release, I don't even listen to them motherfuckers no more.
For real?
It's 'cause it's like, it's for y'all now. Like I had my time with it, and that's cool.
You sound like you just more focused on improving and just keep getting better. Like you said, you working.
That's where my mindset was for the longest. Yeah. And so now I'm able to be in a space where it's like, all right, I know that I got talent. That's cool. Now what can you do with it? You know, what are you trying to say, and how do you convey that in the best way that, you know, you can get the attention of, you know, whoever the song is made for, whether it's women, whether it's, you know, giving more of your story out, whether it's whatever it is. It's just like, all right, now I done put 20,000 hours in, and I can kind of maneuver around with that.
That's kind of the question I was going to ask you too. Do you feel like your sound is like more of who you are, or who you wish you were, if that makes sense?
I think that it depends on the day. I do subscribe to like music is like diary entries almost, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like moments in time, whether it's, you know, me thinking about this girl that broke my heart, or the great feelings I had the first month, or you know, the pain going on in my life or in the world, whatever it is, that's how I'm feeling that day. And that's what I'm going to try my best to get out and put into words and into 16 bars. So then it's got to be so concise and so like manicured that you can get it as a listener. It's like, all right, I understand the story that you're trying to tell. And I think that I try to talk as pure reality as possible. So like, I don't try and talk about things that I haven't experienced yet. Mm-hmm. But I have noticed that sometimes I'll say stuff that ends up happening like 6 months, a year.
You prophesying?
Bruh.
I've damn near done that too. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
It be like,
dog, you listen to this song like what?
Bro, I was
like,
in high school talking about a threesome, and then the threesome happened. You like,
oh, you going crazy?
Shit. I I don't know. It's like,
no, I feel you.
Some stuff like that does happen.
I've done something similar. Like when I was in high school, I was talking about. I just felt compelled to tell this girl's story, like something that happened to her, like down the line, or she went to the club and I don't know, maybe she got touched on or something like, and she was just she's worried because her dad not there, this kind of shit. And then I ended up running into a girl that was exactly the same.
I'm persona.
I'm like,
I was talking about you. I didn't even know.
I might have something here, man. Like, okay.
Yeah. No, like I think that's another beautiful thing about art is like time can change its meaning. Time can reveal its meaning. Mm-hmm. Or even like I look at artists like Kendrick, it's like I don't think that like as talented as he is, I think that a lot of it is just like flow state. And so I think that he's just putting his essence into the music, but then you watch what the internet does, and they decipher every bar down.
Yeah,
To, like,
and I love that
he's
he don't
doing that.
he don't got to feel like he got to go in there and explain it.
Yeah.
He like, nah, it's art. Let y'all feel like
Yeah.
that, cool.
Yeah, and I'm saying like that don't take away from his talent, but like I don't think that he's in there with a dictionary like this got to do with this.
Nah.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about music too. That's one of the things, like, because I've been in times where I feel like, oh, I don't like how I said this, or it's like sometimes you just gotta put stuff out how you feeling it, and then like you said, you might not even understand it at the moment, but then when you listen to it later or somebody else hear it, you know, I can have people hit me like that song changed my life kind of thing, right. You know, off an album, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even think that was one of my best songs. I felt like I had to do it though.
Literally.
And it's like you said, it's not even for you no more, bro. It's for somebody else. So if you feeling it, you got to put it out. And that leads me to my other question though. Do you ever feel pressure to be something different than your real self, like as far as like with the music or whatever?
No, I think I'm super. The problem and the beautiful thing is, I think that I'm just super stubborn. Right. And so
sound like me too, bro.
My thing, I'm not gonna change that. Right. And so like when I go in, I'm letting whatever comes out naturally come out naturally. I'm not chasing a trend. I'm not trying to be what's going on in Milwaukee, what's going on in the world right now, what wave can I try and ride? It's like I never even that don't even cross my mind. And I'm
about to cut you off, but you don't got people pressuring you like nah, you got to do it this way.
No.
Okay, that's good. No. So it means you surround yourself with either surround yourself with the wrong people or good people.
The people that I'm super protective over a lot of my stuff. So even like releasing stuff, I had to get over that. It's like, all right, you still got to be out there and let you know people come up, whether they like it or not. They come up with their own opinions, and that's cool. But as far as like the people that I trust to give me their opinions before I put it out, before, you know, after I make something, whatever, them people been in my life for 10 plus years, and they know I'm just gonna be me. And so it's like I know that I can trust them to give me their opinion on how they hearing it as listeners. I know that they got good music taste, and so just as a third party, give me what your thoughts on this is. See, other than that, it's like I'm not finna.
I love that, and I feel like that's a note to all the other artists out there. Like, you got to protect your craft, man. You got to like see this like this little treasure that you got. That's kind of how I look at it. And it's like,
baby,
yeah. So outside voices coming in, they gonna have their opinions, bro. But you got to be stubborn enough to be like nah, like you the only one got the vision at the end of the day. So they don't see what you see. So
literally, and I think about that all the time, bro. It's really? Like you could try your best to explain your idea, even for like a plan that you have, of whether it's a business idea, whether it's you know, something you want to do as far as your brand, whatever it is. Right. But again, nobody's in your head, and so all of these, you know, visions and dreams that you having about it, they can't see it from that perspective. And so you got to remember that and just like, all right, because my main goal is finding a pace that I can sustain, that I don't burn out, and then also being as consistent as possible. And consistency for some person can be every single day I'm posting, or every single day, 3 times a day, whatever it is, or it can be once a week. It could be a couple times a week. You can work your way towards, you know, having a ton of work. But it's like finding a pace and finding a way to stay as consistent as possible is my main concern. Whether you like it or not, it's cool.
Right. This is how I'm doing it. Like you said, because it's some artists that they can do it every day and they stand in your face and they want to be annoying because it's like you can't ignore them. Then there's other artists that can be like mysterious, and it's like you can be Frank Ocean. You can drop every now and then, and it's like we waiting on you because you just got that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and it's like you said, like finding that pace and that structure though, and being intentional about it. Yeah. That's really what I had to do. And I want to go back to that point. Like, that's what That's what I built here, bro. That's what Paradise Studios is. I built that on just starting. I want to do something different, bro. I'm tired of the club music. I'm tired of just doing stuff how everybody else wants me to do it. I have this passion and I have this vision inside of me. So I'm like, and I also see, it ain't just me. Like I see, kind of like you said with your brother, like he didn't even see it in, you don't think he even know how good he is.
Yeah.
I see this in other people, like you, for example, bro. I seen it in you early on. I seen it in people like Mo City or people I believe in.
There's a ton of people in the city that
and I swear to God,
so talented.
and I don't
look
like
at
swearing to
people in
God.
the city, be like, bro.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. Like I want to see y'all make it so bad, just as bad. I want to see myself make it. That's why, and I'm selfless enough to be like, I want Paradise Studios to be that because we got something different.
But another thing that we got to remember is because I like your sound or what you're doing, I respect what you're doing, whatever it is. I don't have to be you, and
Exactly.
I think that the internet kind of messes that up, and everybody kind of thinks the same because we all fed the same content and the same algorithm, whatever. But it's like I respect, like, look at what Metro is doing with his last project and just bringing back a regional Atlanta sound. Look at what Kendrick did with GNX and a regional West Coast sound. It's like that was what music was up until 2016, up until the social media era and all that. It's like that is so important because people are able to be themselves. Like if you look at the early 2000s, bro, you had 50 Cent. 50 Cent didn't sound like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne didn't sound like Kanye. Kanye didn't sound like Jay-Z. Like everybody.
The originality is, man.
Personality, music.
That's how you start
all
something.
Of that. It was so, everybody was able, they didn't sound like T.I., didn't sound like everybody was able to have their own.
Damn, I didn't even think of it like that, bro. Like now it's kind of like, you sound like the next nigga a lot of times, bro.
And it's the algorithm might reward that, but that's not what I'm doing it for.
And that's let me just land that too. Like that's what Paradise is. It's like, you know, if you know you got this vision and you create your own world, you bringing people into your world, and that's why I want. Because you think Paradise, you think like vacation, damn near, go somewhere else. That's why I want to do. I wanted to be out of the norm, and you feel comfortable to come here and be you.
Hell yeah.
That's what Paradise Studios. I feel like the essence of what it is. Like you come here, we can play different music. You can, if I throw a party, because I throw parties every now and then. It's acceptable to play some underground music or some music that you wouldn't normally hear in a club because we're different here. And you just being yourself and you being original, you're not trying to sound like everybody else. I feel like that's what the essence of it is.
Yeah, I literally had somebody just hit me up and just be like, bro, I appreciate and respect so much that you ain't following like the Milwaukee trend. And it's like, I looked at it, I didn't think of it like, oh, I'm not finna sound like them niggas. It's just like, this is how I sound. This is what resonates with me, and so I'm gonna just do me, and let them do them. I'm gonna respect that, cause like I respect what Big Frank and them is doing. I respect it so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never hate. Man, you can't,
bruh. But I don't need to be them.
Exactly, because they stuck to their lane.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like,
yeah, and so I don't know. I think that everybody should. It takes time to get to that point, but try and find whatever resonates most with you, like you specifically, because that's what makes you different than the next person.
You think it's a part of being an artist that people romanticize that kind of sucks? You know what I'm saying? Like the question I'm trying to ask is, what part of being an artist do people romanticize that actually kind of sucks?
Most of it.
Yeah,
I think that.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
It sounds cool. It sounds dope, and another big part of it is, unfortunately, our community, we're kind of told, either you hoop, you play some sports, or you rap, and it's like, unfortunately, both of those are moonshots, and both of those take, so many stars to align to get to the point of the people that you want to be like.
Especially when you're trying to be authentic.
Yeah.
Like
it's even harder.
You're taking easy routes and you're just paying money for everything, then that's a different conversation.
Yeah. But I think that like this, you have to be to be like authentic. You have to be such an emotionally aware person. You have to tackle so many things that, you know, are either traumatic to you, traumatic to the people around you, and just find a way to turn that into something artistic, like a painting. Like if you look at Basquiat, things like that, it's like these are people that took their lived experience and then turned it into something that people, are taken aback, awestruck over. But that takes all of the pain and takes all of and then you still might not have no money at the end of the day. Like
facts.
That's the part that
you gotta
people
put it all out there, bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
Do you think artists feel things deeper than regular people? What?
I just think that our antennas are tuned to paying attention to a lot more of those things. And so like I was talking to my mom, but she was basically like, you take everybody's, pain or, whatever's going on in their life and you feel it yourself. So, personally. And it's like, I wish I could turn that off, but
it's a gift though. So it's kind of like
it is,
yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's like in that first freestyle I dropped, right? Every word was exactly what was going on at that time. But basically, I said every day some new shit. Same week that my lights went out, a nigga crashed the whip. Gramps lived down in Memphis. He crashed like John, cracked his ribs, got more rants that I could go on, but instead I smoke a swish. And so I didn't realize how that would impact my uncle, my grandpa's, son. And he was going through so much at that time that he needed somebody to, be able to turn this into something that it was like, all right, I'm not just feeling just pain. And that is tough to do because like that shit is real. He got in an accident, cracked his ribs, and we didn't know how he was going to recover. Luckily he did, but
thank God.
I was also able to turn that into a Ja Morant line that's dope and like
yeah.
people can listen to be like, oh, that's cool, da, da, da. It's like, yeah, but that's real pain attached to that. And that really had to happen for that to even be a thought in my head.
And that makes it even more real, bro. Because it just becomes relatable. It becomes like, for your uncle, like if it made it like something he didn't know how to verbalize probably.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So like, I sent that to him. He was like, bro, like, thank you for this. Like, that's how I process emotions, right? And so I'm either writing about it. That's why I don't really get mad at a lot of stuff because I'm able to put that into the writing or go to the gym and work that shit out. But that's how I learned to process. And I think that a lot of people don't have that outlet. They don't have a way to take whatever they feeling and put it into.
I feel like you got to find, you don't have to, but I feel like you should find some creative way to express how you feeling. Like you said, it could be a diary, it could be you writing something down, It could be you acting, photography, whatever it is. I feel like personally, it's just me being biased. Music is just the most powerful thing on earth because it literally say in the Bible, I forgot the scripture exactly, but it makes God smile. It makes him like, you know what I'm saying? Like angels damn near dance to this. Like you can literally, music can move you.
Yeah.
Can move spirits, bro. Like, so that's powerful.
That's the gift and the curse because it is powerful, right? And so I think that another part that a lot of people don't think about, they say life and death is in the power of the tongue. If you are an artist, right, and you only speak about killing people, only speak about death,
yes,
or you only speak about the drugs that you're taking, or you only speak about, being promiscuous with women, whatever it is, that's what your life ends up becoming, right? So like, Pac making Hit 'Em Up, you inviting energy that you wasn't.
Yeah.
That's why I respect Kendrick, because he didn't come out and crash completely out like he could have.
Yeah, he threw warning shots. He threw.
But he was very careful
Grace.
with the words that he chose, because you don't, as powerful as it is, as far as like, you know, impacting people, those same words can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
And so,
Do you respect J. Cole in that fashion for pulling back now?
it's tough, bro.
It definitely is.
It's so tough because like I love that nigga, right? As far as just an artist, as far as everything, I've watched his whole career. I will be 100. I listened to the new album, both of them, and I don't want to hear that man talk about I don't want to hear him.
Why
talk
does he
about
keep
the
doing
beef.
that?
I don't want to hear him talk about him being the best. There's certain things.
Did he do that
got
majority?
removed from.
Did he keep doing that majority of the tape?
No, it popped in
okay.
and out. And you know, like even he had a song on there where he's like rapping from the perspective of Tupac and Biggie, and it's like that's cool.
Somebody did that before too,
right? But that's cool artistically. But you specifically, bro, I don't want to hear nothing about no beef or about no emotions, what they was feeling like at war, because you never went to war.
Exactly. Like, just leave that alone, bro.
Bro,
he
like,
pulled out. Now we want to hear the pulled out version.
All the little melodic stuff on the album. He got some rock songs on there. That's cool. Like that stuff is dope. Be creative. Be artsy. Like Kendrick said, keep making me dance. Wave your heads. Won't be no threat.
That shit's so disrespectful.
But like I just don't want to hear. Like that's the one thing about rap. It's like it is, you know, a competitive sport. Once you decide to go make that apology, bro, you can't.
You gotta stand on whatever you do. Honestly, like he should have just, when you put it out there, he shouldn't have chickened out, bro. I get it.
He shouldn't have put it out there. That's the.
Well,
he wouldn't have had to do it if he didn't put it out there. He was trying. He was listening to the voices, everybody around him, and he made an impulsive decision. And that's.
And I respect him apologizing because he's like, okay, that wasn't me.
Yeah, but then you got to move on from the
situation. But then stop talking about beef shit now. Yeah, like you said, like
I don't want to hear none of that.
Nah, it's a little cringe now. I'm not gonna lie to you,
bro. I'm sitting here like, bro, I don't care.
Swear to God.
You watched your mans die from your other mans, and you ain't say nothing about.
Yeah, that was brutal too,
bro.
And you know, and Drake still carry it like a king, man.
Bro, he had to.
Still got to.
I respect that. You know, man. They say that Drake is his greatest role. The man's name is Aubrey, but Drake is his greatest acting role. And he gonna take that motherfucker to the grave.
Yeah, he gonna take that. He's not letting go of Drake.
Bro. I respect it.
He worked too hard to build that shit.
You got dog walked.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we're not gonna ever walk past that. Like, still my favorite artist. I don't care what nobody say, but yeah, he got dismantled, bro. And Kendrick did this so strategic and cold.
Bro,
like,
just don't
the coldest part to me. I don't know if anybody ever thought about this, but the song they made against him was "Big as the Super Bowl," and then Kendrick goes and performs at the Super Bowl and ends it. Like that shit was so crazy to me, bro. Like, yeah, right. We ain't gotta get into it.
You know what's crazy? So I made this connection.
Fuck.
That's cool. But yeah, so I don't know. Did you listen to or watch Dave Chappelle's last comedy special?
How did I forget to go to that? I kept hearing about it too. I meant to do that because
So
I just
good.
watched Mike Epps. I didn't watch Dave Chappelle's yet.
I haven't seen Mike Epps yet. But
Why didn't I
heard
watch
that's
that
good.
shit? Yeah.
But Dave Chappelle's was really good, bro.
I'm glad you reminded me.
And in that he talked about Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was Muhammad Ali before Muhammad Ali. You know, he was the first African American that they let even get a heavyweight title fight. And he went in there.
I think I heard about that.
He went in there and dog walked that the dude at the time. And I think they tried to find somebody else that would that was a past winner, the title, and tried to pit them against each other. Jack Johnson dog walked that nigga, and that nigga at the time
just fucking everybody up.
Dog, he was a white dude from Canada, and Dave Chappelle didn't mention it in the special, but I made the connection. It's like, I can't believe he didn't say this, but like, Jack Johnson in that situation is Kendrick, and that white boy from Canada is Drake, and unfortunately, it had to be his time. He had to be the sacrifice.
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna lie, it needed to happen, bro. Because as much as I love Drake,
he was getting too cocky, man.
I'm about to say, as much as I love Drake, bro, we not gonna act like he didn't kind of build I don't want to say facade, bro, but just like he chose to go commercial. He chose to bite off other people's stuff and kind of go different ways.
And mind you, that's cool. Because if you want to compete with Michael Jackson, if you want to compete with the Beatles, there is a certain game that you have to play.
Yep.
And so that's cool. I don't knock him for that. But where I do knock him is around that Scorpion time, post the Pusha T battle. He really got on this aggressive street, just that type of persona. And it's like, that's not what we fell in love with you for.
I was just finna say that. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he got away from what we started loving him for too.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you know what? I already got a mask over there. They gonna love me regardless. I can talk shit even more. And it's like, okay, well,
his
nigga,
talk shit is real. It's real disrespectful. Two, it's not like it's you know who he talking about or who he talking to. And it's like, once you start talking about people's families, once you start going in the industry and fucking everybody girl, like what goes around comes around.
He do it all condescending and shit.
Bro.
He do it so smooth that just like he's the victim. Like,
yeah, right.
It's cold. It was like, this nigga is a sly devil. Look at that. It's
Man.
like he know what he be doing.
Nah, just for the history books and for like just the essence of rap, I appreciate that it happened, because when we look back, again, Drake will be one of the greatest pop stars, one of the greatest performers, entertainers of our time. But Kendrick will take that crown as, I'm the greatest wordsmith, the greatest. I'm
so glad that happened,
rapper.
bro.
Like it needed.
We needed that, especially artists like, I feel like us, bro. Like we appreciate when they really, you talking about something a lot of times, and I feel like Drake talk about stuff, relatable shit, but he knows he can ride that commercial wave and dominate. Yeah, and Kendrick can do it too.
I try not to knock Drake so much for like, again, the commercial side of it, because it's like, bro, he not in there making that shit by himself. So you got a team of, whether it's producers, writers, whatever it is, y'all are in there making good music, bro. Like, I think that we let the internet kind of make decisions for us and give us, the review, and then we take that and run with it. And it's like, bro, if you go back and listen to Honestly Nevermind, if you go back and listen to, the ones where he's being creative,
yeah,
it's good music.
I'm about to say, we're not gonna act like he ain't got his own lane.
Yeah,
I think he's just a pro at that. He hop on your beat.
You didn't need to come be this street nigga. Like it didn't need that, because that's not you.
Exactly.
As soon as you start being authentic, bro, it's like, all right, now you letting somebody come shoot at your armor, because it's easy to just be like, bro, that's not you, and the culture gonna respect that, because it's like, we can see it.
Yeah, no, I feel that. All right, so let me ask another question about you before we gonna wrap it up soon. What do you want your legacy to be, bro? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I try to be as in the moment as possible, but we all have goals and things that we want to see in our life. I think that for me, if all the stars align, if everything goes perfectly, I want to be in the same conversation as like, dreaming rise. I want to be in the same conversation as a Leonardo da Vinci, as a Steve Jobs, as a these multidisciplinary creatives, like these people that were able to survive in multiple lanes, as like Pharrell, as Kanye, that they were able to find ways to bring all their passions together. So that's like my goal is like, I don't necessarily need to be the greatest rapper of all time. I don't even necessarily know if a music career is what I want because what they've done to the industry, but then also I love this thing so much that if it becomes your career, your job, then you kind of lose that connection to it. But finding ways to bring all of the things together, whether it's DJing, whether it's, making, not just content, but like actual, films and actual content pieces that people can digest today and 10 years from now. And that's kind of my main goal with the creative side of things. But then also like, bro, I want to learn. I want to get good at piano and great at piano so that I can sit down with my kids and play and teach them. That's
amazing, bro.
That I think is so much more important to like having that moment, that connection that me and my pops got with the music, being able to pass that on. I think that's super duper important.
That's the legacy right there.
Yeah.
Like your family seeing it.
And then also like all of the people that you collaborate with, like all of the impact that you're able to kind of leave with the world is super important. So like trying to connect with as many people as possible and kind of just leaving a little bit of my essence on whatever I can so that when you look back, you be like, oh yeah, I remember like it was It's like, I think that brings me more joy than being able to say, oh, I'm the greatest, or I got this many Grammys or this many diamond plaques. It's like, that's cool. I could have all the money in the world and still be unhappy, And
I like that because you, like I said, you like me. You're not one dimensional, bro. You do a lot of stuff. We got our hands in a lot of places, and I'm sure you probably felt overwhelmed at times, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or you always felt like you had a good handle on everything.
No, I mean, I think now I'm at a place where it's like, again, in trying to find that pace, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm over here trying to line different things up. And so in that, if the music don't work, it wasn't necessarily meant to work. It was me being myself and giving myself to the world. And then that's going to lead into more, world building on the visual side or on the, just in whatever creative way that manifests. So I try not to look at it like this is the end all be all. This has to work. It's like, nah, I got these other skills, and how can I feed the people with each one of those?
I think that's good, man. I think that's a good for our conversation today. I just want to say, bro, I still believe in you. I always did when I first met you, bro. I was working at the rave, and I think we said we was gonna collaborate back then.
Oh yeah, probably.
So I'm glad we finally doing something. Keep doing.
Such an antisocial person.
It's all good, bro. God, He aligns everything how He's supposed to, bro. And to see that you're a man of God is just honorable as well too. Just don't let this be the last time, bro. Let's keep supporting each other. I want to see you do great things, bro.
Oh, yeah.
When I do have some more parties and performances, Paradise, I want you to be involved. I want you to perform. I want you to just put your art out there, bro. Because people deserve to hear that shit. And keep doing what you're doing. Don't quit, bro. You can call me as a brother if you even feel like you just need somebody that can relate. Because I see a lot of me in you, bro.
That's real talk. And I appreciate you for having me because, like,
Real talk,
Niggas
bro.
just literally ran into each other and was just like, "Hey, bro, you got to come down."
You never
And
know
it
what's
was
gonna
like,
happen, bro. Like,
Yeah. And
straight
so
up.
I appreciate, this ain't nothing to grow you or like I don't have the eyes that would necessarily warrant a podcast or interview, whatever it is. But you took a chance on that, and so like I appreciate that. I appreciate you for having me. Good talk that we had. And yeah, we gonna.
This really the
definitely
first Paradise conversation. Like before, I was doing it
see,
without
that's
the
crazy
structure.
for me.
Paradise
First
conversations.
time with me.
This is really the first episode, bro. I got other conversations with other people, but it wasn't what it is now. So I love the lane is going in.
Yeah.
And like I said, I appreciate you, bro. So we out, man. Until next time. Paradise
Love.
Pod, Paradise Conversations. Love, man.